So, Melanie, you had a fun weekend. What'd you do?
I had an amazing weekend. This past weekend was the weekend for Faith Fest in Wilkesboro, North Carolina, and my family and I have gone there since the very first one. It is always just a highlight of my year. I look forward to it every year, and just the people that they have there and the speakers and Jason Crabb is there every year. And I never really knew who Jason Crabb was before the first time that I went to Faith Fest. But he is just, his character is so wonderful and he's so much fun. And the people that put it on are so much fun and they're so personable. And it's just a great time to sit around with friends and family and listen to godly music and just have a good time.
Oh, I love that. Bonus, it's right here in North Carolina. That's
Yes.
so cool.
It
I know.
definitely helps. It's right here. And I don't have far
Yeah.
to drive, It's about an hour from here.
Okay. Awesome. That is so great. Oh, love it. What a fun family event.
Yes.
All right. Well, today we are bringing you another episode of the Homeschool Show from North Carolinians for Home Education. We're going to talk about preschool and early elementary age. And then we're going to have another art project from Melanie, easy art project that you can implement. Then we'll have some homeschool news. That's what's going on today on the Homeschool Show. I'm Amanda Wares, your host. I have with me our co-host, Melanie Willis.
Hi.
All right, let's get started.
So, Amanda, we're going to start with a conversation that you had with Michelle Gano about homeschooling and preschool and young children, like what you just said. And I have a wonderful tidbit to pull out of what she said. So let's watch that now.
Hey, everybody. I am here with Michelle Gano. Did I say that right?
It's Michelle Gano, but I will take.
No.
I will answer either one.
I have had the pleasure of meeting and getting to know Michelle a little bit the last few years here at Thrive, where we are at the Benton Convention Center this weekend. And I'm so excited that Michelle is joining our team, volunteering as on the helps committee, reaching out to preschool and young homeschool parents. So, Michelle, tell us a little bit about yourself and your family, kind of how you started homeschooling, that kind of thing first.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a 6, 4, and 3-year-old. So I'm definitely in that preschool, kindergarten land. And I was not homeschooled. So I was actually a teacher. And so I came from a teaching background and now I'm homeschooling and I'm so grateful. We moved to North Carolina 2 years ago. And once we moved here, I actually came to this conference and shout out to the conference. And I'm so grateful I did because I really just got that final push where it was like, yes, I can confirm that this is where God is leading me. And wow, there's also support along with it. And so I really felt so grateful for this group. So yeah, so that's a little bit about me and my family. And we live in the Wake Forest area, a little further out.
Okay. That is so great. So what do you love? I know you have done some workshops and you're helping with reaching out to young families, maybe that have preschoolers or young elementary kids. What do you love about that, or what is your passion about that?
Yeah, I definitely feel a very strong pull, strong conviction to really follow what God is leading me to do. And that is helping homeschool parents. And my heart is obviously with the younger ones just because that's where I'm at. And it's so helpful to get wisdom from someone who's older, but then it's also really helpful to get someone who's like, I know, isn't it crazy at home?
Yeah.
So it's really fun to have that kind of interaction. And I'm just really excited to be able to help with the workshops. I love hands-on learning, just how do we use the toys we trip on to teach them.
I love
I just
that.
did a workshop on that and it was just fun.
Yes.
So just how to bring the joy back to learning because in a school it's sucked out and it stinks, And so to just bring that joy back is really important.
Yeah. So if somebody is watching or listening to this from home and they have a preschooler and they're not sure, I know when my kids were preschool age, I heard all the time, where are you going to put them in preschool or where are they going to go to kindergarten? What'd you say to them? as far as just encouraging them about homeschooling and how it's possible and all of that?
Yeah, the shift that I have made in my own life and tell other people is like, this is my ministry. And so, yes, are there sacrifices per se? Yes, I can't do certain things, but this is my ministry. This is where I can pour into my kids. And I always say that, like, I imagine Jesus pouring into me energy wise
Yeah.
so that I can then pour into my kids every day. And that gets me through the days. And you're going to hit days that are hard. And you're like, why did I choose this? What am I thinking? Can I really do it for the long run? Like
Mm,
starting out preschool can be intimidating because it's like, how am I going to do that? Don't worry about that yet.
right.
Worry about right now. Play with them. Be like connected. Just like I always say, connection, like curiosity and character. Those are my three things that if I got through those in a day, then it's a successful day.
That is
So
so beautiful. So I am hoping that in the future, our outreach to all of you preschool and young elementary parents will be even more robust. We'll be able
oh,
to
absolutely.
hopefully send out some resources for you.
Mhm.
Maybe, the sky's the limit.
Yeah.
So I would like to tell you out there, watchers and listeners, if you have any suggestions, if you have any comments about if you're a preschool parent,
Mhm.
what would be helpful to you? What would be encouraging to you? Reach out to me. I will make sure Michelle gets it. Hopefully, we'll
Yeah.
have a way that you can reach out directly to her and just tell us how can we help you homeschool? Because literally, homeschooling does not start just at kindergarten,
Mhm.
right?
No, it does.
It absolutely starts from the beginning. Every parent is a homeschool parent, as
Mhm.
far as I'm concerned. It can start from the beginning. Do you
Mhm.
think so?
Absolutely. Yeah, because even my little one is joining in on all the fun, and it might look a little different for her, but she's right in the mix and she's learning a lot, and it's really amazing to see.
I love that so much. Thank you, Michelle,
Thank
for
you.
sitting
I'm
down
so
with me.
excited.
This
Yeah.
was great.
She's so fun. I loved watching you talk to her. That was wonderful.
She is just the sweetest person. And she's so smart. Like she just, has all these wonderful ideas and experience and resources. Her kids are still young, but she just really just is so great with all the things that she does. I love it.
Isn't it great that there's people like that that we can pull ideas from? Because there's no way that I could have found all these cool ideas that I do in my homeschooling because none of it came from me. None of it.
Exactly. Exactly. Love
So
that.
I loved what she said about the 3 C's: connection, curiosity, and character.
Yes.
That
It's
was
so
perfect.
It is. It's so just wonderful, so important. And I know on our last episode, I said this, and I know we've had it in a couple of other episodes that homeschooling begins from birth. It really does. Every parent is a homeschooling parent, whether you know it or not. And I love all the ideas of just really, even when your kids are little, there's so much that you can do. There's so much that they're learning and picking up just from your day-to-day life, and it's just a beautiful time.
I think I say something about that almost every week to some homeschooler out there that living our life is how they learn. That's where most of the learning comes from. So I know, Amanda, that you have put together a special team in your helps department. Can you tell us more about that? Because I know Michelle's on that team, but who else is on your team?
Yes, absolutely. I'm so excited about my team this year. We are answering the question, how can NCHE better serve, better equip, better empower special populations of homeschoolers? And the special populations that we are serving, equipping, and empowering are special needs. And we have support coordinators for all of these special needs. We have somebody for the military. We have somebody for single parents. We have somebody for dads. I feel like I'm missing someone. Hold on. Oh, we have somebody for newbies. Of course, all you newbies out there. And that would include curriculum questions, testing questions, even high school questions. So that's a really big one. And then, of course, we have Michelle, who is our support coordinator for preschool and early elementary. So, if any of you watchers and listeners out there, if you have questions, you have a young child, preschool age, young elementary age, Michelle is your girl. You can reach out to her. You can send me an email at helps@nche.com. She would love to help you and answer your questions, give you resources, whatever you need. So it's really wonderful to have her.
You have definitely put together an amazing team. All these people are so much fun and they're so smart. I know Luz and Yolanda, her family is just the best. They are so much fun. I mean, every homeschooler in the state of North Carolina should want to talk to these two women because
Yeah.
they are so much fun and they have so much knowledge and they just inspire you to want to homeschool your kids. So you have
Yes,
a great team, just
I
absolutely
do.
great.
Luz Velasquez and Yolanda Lewis are our multicultural liaisons, and they are fantastic. Like you said, they are a just power team for sure. So if any of you out there are, homeschooling and you're maybe a different ethnicity or you're, whether you're Hispanic or Black or Chinese or Indian, those are just a few of the families that we have already helped this year. Just some examples. If that's you and you have some challenges or needs or questions unique to your experience as a multicultural homeschooler, these ladies would love to talk to you.
Homeschooling is one of the most important and one of the most rewarding things that you can do for your family. But just like anything else that's worth doing, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes we feel exhausted or confused or lonely. But that is why NCHE exists, to make sure that you don't have to do it alone. As an NCHE member, you will receive 3 free personalized mentor meetings with an experienced homeschool parent, and they will take you through your unique challenges. You'll also get a monthly members-only email packed with inside information and exclusive content. Plus, you'll receive a free bundle of 5 Thrive Conference recordings about the subject that's most relevant to you. We have special needs, beginner homeschoolers, elementary, and high school. Expert guidance plus community support. That's what NCHE membership is about. So don't go it alone. Go to nche.com/join and find out how to become a member today.
All right. So I am excited about this art project because, like I've said, I am so not an artist. But I've been really inspired by these art projects because they're so easy. They're so accessible. Even if you yourself are not an artist, you can do it. So tell us
That's
about
right. That's right. And we had those real simple drawing ones that last time, and we will have those again because the kids here are constantly every day, can we do one? Can we do? So I will have lots to show you as we go through this season 5. But this week we made fire tiles. So this project is very simple. It starts out with just a little bathroom tile, in all size. You could do any size because we did play around with some different sizes. So just a simple bathroom tile, and then you use Sharpies. I actually used the cheaper, like Hobby Lobby brand of Sharpies, so it doesn't matter as long as it's permanent marker. And you fill in as much as you can all over this thing. You just color all over it. Now, you cannot draw a picture because when you get done, that picture will not be there, okay? And you've got to tell your kids you can't do it. I actually went ahead and I pre-did one to prove to them you can't draw a picture, okay? So you just need to cover it with ink from corner to corner all over. Just cover it with ink. And then you're going to use isopropyl alcohol. It has to be 91% or higher. It has to be that 91%. And everything that I saw said to put it in like one of those little droppers and just put it on the tile. But I saw one girl in a video using the spray bottle. Spray bottle definitely works 1,000% better. And you just spray and spray and spray and spray and spray and spray and just cover that. Make sure it's totally covered in alcohol. Now, the thing I'm going to tell you is as soon as you start spraying that alcohol, your color is going to start disappearing. Okay? Don't worry. Don't worry. Just cover it. Okay? And then use your handy dandy lighter and set it on fire. Now, you want to do this someplace safe. So you want to take it outdoors. I actually put mine in a little aluminum tin and I set it on top of some bricks out in the yard. And then after you spray with your spray bottle, put that bottle far away from your project. I repeat, put the spray bottle far away from your project. Okay. And if you spill it on yourself, go wash first. Okay. And then set that tile on fire. And this is one that has been burned.
Beautiful.
And you see it just kind of spread the colors all over the place. And they came out just absolutely wonderful. This was just done yesterday. So we actually do have some little felt pads to put on the bottom. And when the kids come back again, they'll get to spray them with a polyurethane coating so that it won't go away. Because right now, I can tell you from experience, if that gets wet at all, it does mess it up. So you do have to coat it with something. Okay. So easy project fire tiles. Very inexpensive. Very inexpensive.
Beautiful and so lovely. Like, I love, a lot of times, maybe it's because I am so not an artist. I don't consider myself an artist. Anytime that I ever tried, if a project was in a book or in our curriculum or whatever, a lot of times it did not come out like it didn't look as good as the picture or whatever. But that looks like something that really, it's very simple and it turns out beautiful.
It really does. So we're using them as, trivets for our coffee cups and hot chocolate.
That's amazing.
So I will include the instructions in our notes below.
Fun. All right. Well, now we are going to have some homeschool news.
Hi, this is Jeremy Willis with your weekly news. I am the son of NCHE board member Melanie Willis. Tickets are now on sale for A Christmas Carol. This will take place Wednesday, December 10th in High Point. This is the longest running production of A Christmas Carol in the Triad. Your ticket will include a post-show conversation with the artists about the story and production. On October 2nd in Kings Mountain, we have a trip to see Liberty Mountain, the revolutionary drama. This is a live theater event that retells the American Revolutionary War's Battle of Kings Mountain. The play not only teaches about the importance of the Battle of Kings Mountain as a turning point in the Revolutionary War, but captures the emotional impact of this event that took place 245 years ago. Lastly, we still have tickets for the field trip to Grandfather Mountain for September 29th. Your NCHE discounted admission includes access to all public areas of the mountain and the naturalist-led tour of the animal habitat. For access to all these trips, please visit the website at nche.com/activities/field trips or follow the link below. Until next time, this is Jeremy Willis with your homeschool news.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, everybody out there, for joining us on this episode. As always, like, subscribe, definitely share with your friends. If you have, a friend with a preschool child or early elementary, or you have somebody who'd be interested in a fun art project, please share this with them. It really does make a difference. It really does help us in our mission and as we're trying to help others homeschoolers out there in North Carolina and beyond. We love to hear from you. If you have any comments, questions, ideas for future shows, for segments, for episodes, whatever, please reach out to us. at thehomeschoolshow@nche.com. And as always, keep homeschooling with confidence and joy. Bye-bye.